Ang advantage sa kalaban taas siya.
Terence Crawford has joined Manny Pacquiao's training camp, assisting him with both strategy and conditioning as he prepares for the upcoming fight against Floyd Mayweather.
Pride of the Philippines, hailing from Sarangani province. He has defeated 8 current Hall of Famers inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the 8th Division World Champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacquiao.
Great job. Great job. It's a good day.
The fighters, once heated opponents whose showdown fans had long awaited, are now working alongside each other in camp. They encourage one another, exchanging skills and techniques, growing together while elevating their abilities to the next level.
Sure that in your daily routine, training routine like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination, like, it's accurate to your opponent's.
Terence Crawford commends Manny Pacquiao, describing him as a generational icon whose talent, commitment, and accomplishments have motivated fighters across the globe.
Hard work ain't never killed nobody. And we working.
Max Kellerman says Terence Crawford has risen to Manny Pacquiao's elite tier, noting that both fighters are almost on the same level, with Crawford even earning a victory over Canelo.
The situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that.
Right.
I don't count that.
Right.
Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing.
Legit.
And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
Manny Pacquiao has been preparing rigorously for the upcoming Floyd Mayweather fight, concentrating on power, quickness, and stamina to deliver peak performance inside the ring. Throughout his training camp, Manny spends significant time on pad drills, refining his combinations, accuracy, and timing to keep every punch sharp and powerful. He says boxing is his genuine passion, sharing how deeply he missed the sport and committing himself entirely to demanding daily training sessions.
I missed boxing for 4 years. It's good for me, for my body, because I've been in. I started boxing when I was young, so good for my body to rest for 4 years, and then now I come back. I feel like I'm, the passion, the fire in my eyes to work hard, like that, is still there.
This time, Manny feels completely ready, confident that his experience and progress will make this fight different from their first meeting and highlight his evolution.
A lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now, and how to handle it, and I hope that it will not happen again, the way it is last 2015. It's the experience is not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition, and also for everything. I'm so excited and ready.
Manny also highlights consistency, finishing each workout with discipline, including stick drills and conditioning routines to stay sharp and fully prepared for the challenge ahead.
So we have 1, 2, 3. Very heavy play. Heavy play. Time.
Teddy Atlas presented a detailed breakdown comparing Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, outlining the strengths and weaknesses of both legendary fighters. He began with age, rating them evenly as seasoned veterans. Looking at wear and tear, Mayweather had a slight advantage due to fewer miles on his body thanks to his defensive approach. For reflexes and timing, Pacquiao earned the edge, having recently faced tough opponents like Barrios to keep his skills sharp, while Mayweather's inactivity could slightly impact his timing early in the fight. When it came to power, Pacquiao was viewed as the natural puncher, with Mayweather's size helping balance things out. In terms of speed, both fighters were credited, Mayweather for his smooth, fluid movement and Pacquiao for his explosive hand and foot speed. Defensively, Mayweather stood out as a true master, though Pacquiao also remained very solid in that area.
A chart of advantages, disadvantages at this point for both these, these iconic fighters, right? At this point. All right, number one, advantage, disadvantage, age, right? I put even. They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. At least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, with Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his time.
Conditioning slightly favored Pacquiao, who had recently completed an intense camp with Barrios. While Mayweather consistently stays in top shape, he retained a mental edge from winning their first fight, though Pacquiao's recent activity kept him sharp. Teddy Atlas concluded by stressing that styles make fights, noting that Mayweather's approach could present challenges, but Pacquiao's current experience is significant. In the end, he called it a draw, highlighting that the matchup subtleties would likely spark debate and discussion among fans.
Early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been a naturally better puncher. Not the naturally bigger guy, though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always Pacquiao. He gets a check. Speed! Who gets the edge there? Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, I mean, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both the check. No advantage. Defense, well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. I mean, Pacquiao gets hit more, but, you know, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather's the man there. Conditioning. Hey, Floyd lives clean. He always seems to be in.
Added Oladipo questioned the ongoing focus on aging boxing legends, especially Floyd Mayweather, pointing out that by the time his next fight occurs, he'll be nearly 49. Oladipo argued that it's time to let the younger generation take the spotlight, highlighting rising stars like Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Keshan Davis, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, emphasizing that boxing has an exciting crop of young talent ready to shine. While acknowledging Pacquiao's excellent condition, referencing his dominant showing against Mario Barrios, Oladipo expressed doubts about Mayweather's readiness, questioning whether exhibition-level fitness would hold up in a truly competitive fight. He added that both veterans could still earn huge paydays despite their age, framing potential matchups more as high-profile sparring sessions than genuine contests.
Gonna stop? When are we gonna stop rolling out these old-timers? And Floyd is an old-timer, people. I think he's gonna be 49 by the time this fight rolls around. When are we gonna stop wheeling them out? Like, let it go. Let the youngsters come through and let them take the shine. Like, it's just getting, honestly, it's getting crazy. And I say all this, I will watch it. Of course I will watch it because I'm a big Floyd fan and a big Manny Pacquiao fan. But, like, the youngsters need their time to shine now. We've got a good group of youngsters. A good group of youngsters. I was in Vegas to watch Ryan Garcia. I looked around the ring. I saw Shakur Stevenson. I saw Keyshawn Davis. I saw Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Like, we've got a good bunch. Let them have their shine. Don't need to see this anymore. Honestly, I really don't. Manny Pacquiao is in great shape, right? We saw him against Mario Barrios. I mean, he could have been a world champion. We haven't seen Floyd for a while. Obviously, he's been doing his exhibitions. He always looks.
Oladipo also highlighted the rising stars and heavyweight prospects, describing David Benavidez as a powerful, aggressive fighter with several promising opportunities ahead, including potential bouts against Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev, each expected to be intense, high-stakes matchups. He praised these fighters' fearless mindset, noting their readiness to face top competition without hesitation. Oladipo also previewed exciting upcoming events, such as Inoue versus Junto Nakatani at the Tokyo Dome, predicting a sold-out crowd. He discussed Claressa Shields' dominance and stressed the significance of British prospects like Conor Benn, who could be crucial for promoters on Sky Sports. Emphasizing strategic talent development, Oladipo argued that boxing's future relies on nurturing the next generation while still honoring legends like Mayweather and Pacquiao.
This fight's going to be a 6-rounder, an 8-rounder, a 10-rounder. I don't know what size gloves they're using. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know, people. I don't know. It is what it is. Look, maybe I'm putting too much stock into it. Let them just have their fight. Again, I do want to know what's going to happen with Provodnikov, Pacquiao. I'm guessing that probably is cancelled. Like, if you're Pacquiao, why on earth would you fight Provodnikov when you've got the Mayweather check waiting for you? And if you're Mayweather, same thing. Why would you fight Mike Tyson in the Congo when you've got the Pacquiao check waiting for you? And we are led to believe both are under financial strain. I don't necessarily believe that, but this will make them good money. If they are, they're going to walk away with a nice 8-figure check each for what will probably be a glorified sparring session. I know Pacquiao has spoken about in the last couple of days. So I'm going to take Mayweather's. I don't think we think of it.
Paulie Malignaggi sees the upcoming fight as another major payday, reflecting the hype of the first Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao matchup. Despite the historic anticipation in 2015, that fight often fell short of explosive expectations, playing out more as a calculated tactical contest than non-stop action. Fans had hoped for a relentless battle, but much of it resembled a strategic chess match in gloves rather than an all-out slugfest. Even though this rematch is officially sanctioned and not an exhibition, the focus on spectacle and entertainment remains significant. Pacquiao, despite his age, shows remarkable conditioning and still possesses the speed and sharpness that earned him worldwide acclaim.
was also a little bit too late, and really they didn't really fight with that passion and fire. It was more like, I'll dance, you dance, and if nobody gets hurt, we both win, you know? And that's not really what fans want to see. Having said that, the first time around was for the championship of the world. Floyd was champion. You know, Pacquiao was challenging him. I think Floyd had the WBC title at the time, so on and so forth. And you know what I say about. And at the time, it was still a fight that was viable within the whole world landscape of the welterweight division. This time around, it's not really a viable fight within the landscape of the welterweight division. But it's like I always complain about Canelo. As long as you don't take the belts with you and hold them hostage, and the sanctioning bodies allow you to hold them hostage, I don't mind guys doing this kind of thing. You know, let's face it. Is it the only time we've seen this? We've seen this time and again. I mean, Leonard did the third fight with Duran and Hearns in 19.
Pacquiao's natural punching power remains a serious threat, amplified by his years of experience and disciplined training. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Jr., celebrated for his defensive brilliance and ring intelligence, continues to move with smooth precision, perfect timing, and patience, qualities that have defined his career and kept him competitive despite his age. Malignaggi suggests that while fans may be drawn by nostalgia and curiosity, the fight could lean more toward calculated showmanship than an all-out brawl. Both fighters' skills and conditioning are still elite, but the bout's appeal lies equally in entertainment, blending strategy, legacy, and spectacle alongside competitive intensity.
The rematch with Hearns and the third fight with Duran, you know, so you know, and I think those sold pretty well, pretty good as well. You know, people got into it. Were they kind of duds? Yeah, I mean, the third Duran and Larin fight at the Mirage, people kind of are probably more forgetful about it, but regardless, the nostalgia aspect of it, like the champ said, is going to attract people. It's gonna you know, make people curious. There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, you know, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same.
Max Kellerman recently shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, combining respect for the fighters with curiosity about the spectacle. While he usually avoids discussing athletes' finances, Kellerman acknowledged that this bout, given the stature and history of both competitors, represents a massive payday. He expressed hope that if Mayweather returns to the ring, he not only delivers a memorable performance but also earns a reward worthy of his legacy, allowing him to retire comfortably. Kellerman also highlighted the unique dynamic of this matchup. Both are legends with contrasting styles that have captivated fans for years. Although age and time away from competition may impact performance, their skill, discipline, and experience remain exceptional. Beyond the financial aspect, Kellerman stressed that fans are eager to witness these icons clash again, blending legacy, strategy, and high-stakes excitement in a fight that could capture global attention once more.
Yeah, are you skeptical about it, Shady?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke. So, if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that. You know, people.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think is going to happen here, though? What do we think is going to happen in Mayweather Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yeah.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
Why though? But you didn't like the first time they fought.
I didn't.
I'm not going to watch the second.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first fight.
Yeah, I forgot. Of course
so when it wasn't grandpa's,
by the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.